Next, storytellers, it's Josh D. Fucker, and today we are going to be covering the movie Mr. Holland's Opus. And while I don't normally cover individual movies in certain reviews, this is a sort of essay that stresses the importance of this story that I just needed to share with you, a message that can really work for everyone that needs to hear this message today. And this is, in general, a movie that is about a true story on Glenn Holland, that in his 30s he has quit his successful musician and composer job in order to go and work at a school as a music teacher, in order to work in his free time to create his magnus opus, his symphony that he is just dying to make for complete success in what he is hoping to do. And in this general story, I will not give any spoilers. He tends to just get sucked into the atmosphere, is frustrated at first with the school and having to teach for the next 4 years as he plans to, in order to go full-time with his symphony. And overall, he tends to just take that and then ends up going further down the road with continuing teaching as life plans change. And overall, with that message in general and with the messages hidden within the film itself, are absolutely incredible and kind of relate to me. Sometimes it feels like the film, it kind of skipped over some of the stresses of that aspect of life. It's not weighing down too much, so it could have pressed on a little bit more and given more time for that to digest with the characters themselves, because Richard Dreyfuss himself playing Glenn Holland is just really great in his role, really great in his acting, giving off the appearance that actually kind of looks close to this character that I never learned before, hardly knowing that this is based on a true story, but it feels so believable and doesn't feel like it follows too many tropes of real stories, yet still manages to deliver the message of the importance of life and just following your dreams in general, not only in writing as he's going through trying to go part-time or go full-time as a school teacher, and use his free time in order to go and continue his sympathy and just in general create this masterpiece that he's willing to create. But life doesn't always go the way you're expecting. It's not always fitting to your needs, and what may seem like such a terrible career path at first, just to go full-time with what your dream is, can end up taking a huge turn in your life in general. And I'm talking about you and myself as well, because that's exactly what this story is speaking to. Just real life. Glenn Holland was a real person that was going in his 30s, believing he was going into a direction, quitting his successful composership just so he could take time to write. But of course, as a music teacher, there's not going to be a whole lot of free time as he continues to invest in the students and actually pour into their lives and pour into the passion that he has in order to teach them what he loves himself. And through this, it's not a message directly saying to become a teacher just because you can teach others to love what you love, but through whatever you do best, or even through whatever seems like such a terrible decision and you're having to push through a job just to get through the day, every day, to achieve your dream. Sometimes that worst element in your life can be something that's most impactful to other people, that ends up meaning something you absolutely love because it means something much more to someone else. And as you begin to see that, as you begin to pour your life into that thing that seems so wrong at first, by changing your attitude to enlighten the fact that this can impact someone's life, it becomes that much more better and better impactful in the way that you may actually enjoy it, and maybe you won't, and maybe you'll still continue your dream of writing or whatever you're pursuing. But all in all, in general, through this school system that Glenn Holland is teaching through, he begins to love and change his mind shift on the school in general and teaching. And while he loses time for minding his sympathy, it becomes that much better in the fact that he is touching so much more lives, changing lives. And while some tend to neglect him sometime in the future, the end result and the end conclusion of this film just shows the major impact he's made by the end of his life. And it's an absolutely incredible film with an incredible messages that I just had to stress within this video, and I hope you have learned something from this video as well. Check out the film, Mr. Holland's Opus. It's on Disney Plus if you haven't seen it already. It's a bit of a slow drag, but it does have its redeeming qualities that make the life journey worth it as we live our life. So, if you learned anything from this video, make sure to comment down below. Let me know if you've seen Mr. Holland's Opus, if you enjoy it, or if maybe the flaws tend to drag the film down for you. Let me know all that down in comments below. Hope you've enjoyed. Continue living out your story. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.